What is up, everybody? The Ryouseiken here, coming to you with some more Always Sometimes monsters. We are picking it up back in Salt Lake City. Oh yeah, we have to go to the mechanics to get the car. I'm sure it's not going to be that easy. We're going to find some reason to be stuck here for like another couple of days, and I'm going to be fresh out of luck because it doesn't seem like there's anywhere worthwhile to actually work. So let's just kind of hope and pray, please. Here we go. Right into the swing of things. Come on, Stan, you know I'll get you the money eventually. That's not the point, preacher. The car's not leaving this shop until I'm paid back in full. Maybe next time don't bet more than you can afford to lose, huh? Right, I know, I learned my lesson, and you'll be right there just waiting for me when I slip up again too. You ever get tired of profiting off others' failings? I can't speak them English. Possibly. I haven't had too much of a break to ponder it, though. Hey, I'll cut you a deal since we're old friends and all. You want this car out of here so badly, how about we take one final bet for all the marbles? I just finished construction on the truck out back. I've been meaning to give it a good test run. One lap, fastest across the finish line walks away with the victor. You win, debt's cleared, and you can get the keys back. Come on, Stan, I'm not falling for it again. I made a promise to God. Well, we wouldn't want to upset the big spooky almighty now, would we? Sounds like Mark's having a bit of trouble. No! I wouldn't have been able to guess. I knew it wouldn't be this easy. Alright, is there any shit I can steal? Darn. Who's your little friend, preacher? Seems a little old to be a choir boy, don't he? This is Jeff. He's the reason I need the car back. Why didn't you say so? Heck, if you're not willing to bet on your ride, I might as well extend the offer to Jeff here. So what do you say? Ever wanted to own a hot rod before? I've still technically got the right to do whatever I like with the preacher's car. Which one is that exactly? Well, it's obviously the shittier of the two. Nothing beats my car. Go on, let's see how well you can guess. Was he asking me which one is his car, which is the better car, or is it the red one? Wrong! As if the preacher could afford something as exquisite as the devil's chariot. Nope, his is the far shittier blessed blue. Good luck getting a top speed faster than a school bus with that thing. Don't sweat it, it's still one hell of a vehicle. Normally I wouldn't risk losing such leverage, but I like the way you look. If you're willing to gamble, then I'm game. What are the terms? One lap around my newly completed racetrack, fastest time wins. Provided you don't wipe out and wreck yourself, that is. You win, you get the keys to the preacher's car. I win... no, what do I want? If I win, you gotta work for free out back in the scrapyard for the next 3 months. And don't think you can run away from it either. Mechanic Stan always collects on debts owed. 3 months? That's insane. How am I supposed to live making no money? Oh no, don't worry about that. I'll throw you a loaf of bread or two every week. Wouldn't want you starving. Besides, I'm sure the good preacher will help look after you, right? It's not like he's going anywhere soon either. Now don't worry, I play fair on all my bets. You can ask the preacher man, he'll tell you I'm no cheat. I'll give you as much time as you want to make sure the car's in good working order before we drive. Heck, I'll even let you work in my shop if you need to. Only rule I won't break on though is that once you say you're ready to go, there's no turning back. Gotta have some principles, you know what I mean? This sounds really messed up. Work for 3 months? Fuck you. I would just give the middle finger to your face and say, screw it. San Verdano is nice, but being a slave, you know, I'd rather avoid that. Mark, what do you think? It's dangerous. Not only is Stan a crafty bastard, but he's one hell of a driver. As that may be, it's our only way out of town. There's no bus service to San Fernando, and I don't know where we can get another car. And we don't have a choice, do we? We always have a choice, baby boy. Unfortunately, the alternative is giving up on San Fernando. I'll help you no matter what you decide to do, but this is a decision you have to make on your own. So what's it going to be? I could end the game right now. Like, I wonder what would happen if I said give up. Now, let's risk it. If I'm not willing to risk it all myself, and what have I been doing this whole time? Alright, Stan, you've got a deal. I'll play your little game. Well then, let's shake on it and call it a day. I'm getting a little hungry and could use some lunch. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'll see you two later. Don't try anything funny while I'm gone. Remember, God's watching. What an asshole. You know, I'm not afraid of us losing. Why's that? I see it so clearly now. This is just a test of our faith. We're going to be just fine, baby boy. We've got God on our side. Well, ain't that a real... nice spelling error. Oh, jeez. Well, let's go take a look at this old beast and see how she's doing. It's been a while since I've checked under the hood of old Blessed Blue. Yes, please. Wow, the wheels on this thing look like they can handle anything. Alright. That pearl blue finish is so crisp! I read plenty of auto mechanic magazines. You know, a car this low probably handles amazingly. Cutting corners like a razor. Is that it? So how's it looking? Think we actually got a chance to win? Well, it ought to run just fine, but Stan's truck is a bit of a doozy. I reckon it's got the handling needed to clear the big curve, but getting a good top speed's tough. You should find some time to take a look at the course when you get a chance. Odds are we can probably do a few upgrades on the cheap, but we gotta know what we need. I think that's enough excitement for today, though. What do you say to grabbing some lunch at the Bacon Barn? There's someone I want you to meet, so how about I see you there in a couple minutes? Sounds good to me. Seems like I'm gonna have to blow all of my money here. Oh wait, I don't have any money. Well, it sure beats walking to San Fernando, I guess. So is this the course over here? There's probably an action figure around here somewhere. Alright, so I think I'm going to be driving this way. A lot of turns. This one's a sharp turn. I think this is the turn they were talking about right here. Then you take a left and then you're in the clear. Chances are I'm going to need to buy one or two upgrades in order to guarantee that I win. Of course that means I'm going to blow my money, but it be what it do with a side of tartar sauce. Alright, let's head to the Bacon Barn then. See what friend he has over here. And then we'll probably have to work at the strip club. There it is. Get our priorities straight. Yeah, I get that second burger with no pickles. Second burger, huh? Did he order for me already? Wouldn't dream of it. This one's for Carla. The little thing can't stand pickles. Who the heck is Carla? Oh, I didn't mention, did I? She's my girlfriend, the love of my life. Why don't you order yourself something and come sit down? She'll be here any minute. I knew it was too good to be true. Sure. This is all I can work on right now. I'm not even going to bother with investing in sandwiches right now. Very well. Here's your food, baby boy. You shouldn't be skipping out on meals. It's not too healthy. Here, take half of mine. You know, it's not fancy, but boy, do I love me some bacon bond. Quick service, you know? They don't keep you waiting on your food. It's also unhealthy for you. He goes, pork, pork, and pork. Yeah, I guess so. Speaking of waiting around forever, where the heck is that woman? It's just like Carla to leave you hanging on a date while your meal goes cold. She's probably tied up with work again. From what she tells me, I gather her boss rides her pretty hard. By the way, when were you going to mention you had a girlfriend? Oh, I didn't think it was that big of an issue. We haven't been dating too long, but I gotta say the connection is definitely there. She's such a good and honest girl, got a real good heart and a real pure soul. In other words, she's a cheater. Oh, she is definitely a cheater. This is like leading up to heartbreak. Or it could be a dream come true. I put my money on heartbreak, though. Maybe I'm speaking a little prematurely, but I think she might be the one. Look at you getting all giddy about her. That's really sweet. I can't help it. When you get the feeling gets you. Sometimes you're just sure about certain people. You know what I mean, baby boy? That gut instinct that says you're meant to be together? More often than not, that feeling turns out to be right. In my opinion, good things happen when you follow your heart. Well, I'm happier than I've been in a long while anyhow. Carla's got a lot to do with that, I think. Speak of the devil. Sorry I'm late, babe. Work's been was killer so far today. I'm already dead tired. Mistake number two. No problem at all, sugar. I want you to meet my friend. Carla, this is Jeff. Jeff, this is Carla. Pleasure to meet you, Jeff. How are you enjoying Salt City so far? Mark mentioned you were from Dubstown? Yeah, this place sure is different. I like it. Seems like the city's got a bit of everything. That strip joint to the north seems pretty crazy, though. It's nothing but dim lighting and drunken idiots. Ain't nothing good can come from wasting your time there. Just thinking of those poor girls debasing themselves for money like that breaks my heart. I can't imagine how embarrassing it must be living that sort of double life. Right, I hear you. Enough of that for now, though. How about we eat something? So what have you two been up to today? Well, we just got back from Stan's shop. Looks like I'll be getting the keys back before long. You're not gambling again, are you? You know that never ends well when you're betting with that creep. No, I'm not betting against him. Jeff is. I don't see how that's any better. Jeff, don't tell me you really agreed to this. Afraid so. Already shook hands and everything. It's just a little race around Stan's track. What's the worst that could happen? You're kidding me, right? How does wrecking in a smoldering ball of fire sound? Mark, there's no way you're going to tell me that car's ready for a race. I thought you said it was good as gold, a top-notch vehicle. Well, she is. It's just Bless Blue might need a few upgrades before she's in peak condition. What kind of upgrades are we talking about? Keep in mind that we don't have a ton of money or time at this point. Well, I figure we're going to need some new tires for starters. Stan's track isn't exactly Grand Prix material. You can say that again. What I mean is, it wouldn't do us any favors losing a wheel to some rogue shrapnel. Alright, where can I get those? On our budget, they're going to have to come second-hand. You know, I bet you can convince Darren over at the Big Dog Boxing Club to give you a set. He uses them for training his fighters, but membership's been a little low these days, so he'll have extras to spare. Alright, I'll go talk to Darren about the tires then. Just be sure you're ready to break a sweat. Darren doesn't let anyone leave his club in a dry shirt. Oh, so that's why I got the training manual, because I'm going to need to read up. He's going to make me box for tires. Oh, God bless America. What else is on the list for repairs? What isn't on the list? Well, the gear shift has a tendency to stick, unfortunately. There's nothing worse than being on a straightaway and getting caught in low gear. Shouldn't be too hard to fix if we can find some industrial cleaner and give it a good rinse. Only problem is, the stuff we need is really strong. Over-the-counter stuff won't cut it, I'm afraid. Where can we get that, then? We'll need to find someone who deals with these sort of chemicals regularly. There's a fellow, James I think his name is, hangs out near the closed-down super gas just north of the trailer park. Troubled kid, but he knows his chemistry, that's for sure. You're not talking about that Skid Row weirdo, are you? You know what he does for a living, don't you? Never pay that any mind, it's not our place to judge. Some people ain't got the luxury of choosing their path in life. No sense looking down on them for it. Hey, whatever you two want. Now, I gather he's a bit of a paranoid sort, so be prepared for a lot of mistrust. Alright, I'll see about paying him a visit. What next? Well, bless Boo's fast, but she ain't the fastest. There's a jump in Stan's course, and unless we can get a good top speed, we might not clear it. I reckon we'll need a better transmission if we're going to win this thing. New transmission? How the heck are we going to afford that? Well, you're right. They ain't cheap. Thankfully, though, Stan's not the only gearhead in town. Oh yeah? Who's that? Another one of the folks in the trailer park, old guy named Colborne. He lives in the green trailer all alone, spends way too much time by the campfire. Back in his prime, he was something of a premier mechanic or so I've heard. Honestly, don't know much more than that, but if anyone can get us what we need, it's him. Oh shit, the guy who I couldn't start the fire for. Well, this is going to be problematic. No, it won't. See, the plans come together like a real good thing. The way I see it, we'll have the keys back within a week. Alright, let me just write all this down so I can keep it straight. Now, it's going to take time to get everything, so don't dilly-dally on it. I know you're not interested in staying here too long. Right, we gotta move on eventually. Speaking of getting a move on, I'm due back at the church. Carla, you be good. Jeff, I guess come and find me at the church tomorrow and we can get a start on that list. You be good, darling. You too, sweetheart. She's gonna start bad-mouthing him. Oh. Well, I'm about to finish my food. Why don't you say we go sit outside a minute before I've got to get back to work? Sure, lead the way. It was really nice getting to meet you, Jeff. Yeah, you too. Mark talks a lot about you. I think you mean a lot to him. Oh, I've gathered that. It's kind of weird because the times with me he treasures I was too young to remember. Right now it feels like I'm really meeting him for the first time. To let you in on a little secret, it feels about the same for him too. He knew you as a baby, but here he is getting to know you as a real person. I'm surprised you two are getting along as well as you are, considering that. Well, he's done a lot for me so far. I mean, without him, I might not make it to San Fernando in time. Yes, he mentioned you were on a strict timeline. I just don't want you pushing him around or taking advantage of his generosity, alright? I wouldn't dream of it. I know, you seem perfectly gracious. It's just that I'm really starting to get worried about this race. I know Mark's got faith in you and his old car and everything, but it all seems so risky. I mean, what if someone gets hurt? What if someone gets killed? You really think that could happen? I don't know, maybe. The real question should be, is it worth the risk finding out? What other option do we have, though? We already shook on it, and I don't think there's any other way out of the city. If you got some brilliant plan, by all means let me know. Oh! Well, I did have one idea, but I know Mark wouldn't like it. What are you talking about? Well, Stan's always had a bit of a thing for me. He's always making comments and going on about how I'm wasted dating a preacher. Of course, I always brush him off, but he's convinced I harbor some secret desire for him. If I were to go into that shop and distract him for a while, do you think he could take care of his car? Oh, shit! You mean mess with the engine or something? I mean, cut the brakes. Stan'd fix the engine with no trouble. That'd just delay the inevitable. Cutting the brakes, on the other hand, he might not notice until it's too late. You can't be serious, can you? I mean, what if he gets hurt or something? So what if he does? You'll get what you want, Mark will get his car back, and I'll have one less weirdo stalking me. Sounds like the pros outweigh the cons on this one to me. I guess you're right, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on this a bit. Mark would be pretty disappointed to hear how low we stooped, even if it was for the greater good. Well, luckily I don't give a damn about Stan, so I'm ready whenever you are. Just come find me when you're ready to do it, and we can go from there. I'll be hanging around Mark's trailer in the mornings before I head off to work in the afternoons. So come see me then. Alright, I'll remember that. Well, I guess I better get going. Break time's over. It was good talking to you, Jeff. Yeah, you too.